You're looking at a 2008 Hummer H3 SUV. It has 202,000 miles on it. However, it does have a brand new Jasper engine that was installed. A $9,900 repair. You'll be able to see detailed documentation of that repair that was done very recently, within a year. It does come with a transferable warranty, that new engine, so it does come with a guaranteed warranty that could be transferred to you upon purchase. So just want to make that clear. So even with the miles, a lot of life left in this truck with a brand new motor. I'll get you a look under the hood here. See how quiet the engine is. I do want to mention that all of the interior and exterior lights and signals are all working, so no problems with any of the lights. Runs and drives beautifully. Only one minor accident. The truck bumped into a parked car in a parking lot. Obviously minor damage, of which you cannot notice now. The body's really in great shape. There's a couple tiny blemishes. I'll get started on the hood here. The paint looks fantastic all the way around. No faded or sun damaged areas of paint whatsoever. All the glass looks really good. No cracks or chips in any of the glass. You can see the front end here is really nice. The chrome looks great. Little chip there in the chrome. That's an easy touch-up spot. Really small. Get you a look underneath the front end here. See, there's nothing hanging down, certainly nothing loose, and nothing leaking whatsoever. The motor's very quiet, as I mentioned. It's a new engine, so certainly it wouldn't be loud. No exhaust leaks whatsoever, no mechanical issues. If you look at the wheels, you can see a little bit of chipping towards the center part of the wheel there, but it's really isolated. All in all, looks really good. Tire tread's really good all the way around. There's matching tires. A good look here at the passenger side. Door panels look fantastic all the way around. No rust on the truck. Did look through every panel on the interior of the panels, and it really is rust free. It's definitely a garage kept truck, and whoever had it really took care of it. 38 service records in the Carfax that you can look through. It does have these nice aftermarket taillights. I think they look really nice. Rear end looks good as well. The roof rack is fully intact. Exhaust is super quiet. There's no exhaust leaks, no cracks in the taillight casings or anything like that. Let you look up top here at the roof rack and get you a good look underneath. Hear how quiet that exhaust is. Driver's side looks really good as well. Look at the wheels here. The center of that wheel, you can see just a little bit of chipping on the chrome. But all in all, it does look really, really nice. Gives you a good look at the interior as well. As I mentioned, no rust in any of the door jambs. All of the interior controls are fully functional. Power windows, locks, and mirrors. It does have heated seats as well as power seats and lumbar support, all of which is working inside. A little tiny crack on the side of the leather here. For a lot of miles, it really is in pretty good shape. Driver's side door jamb, as I mentioned, no rust or any significant damage to the leather here in the front. You can see a little bit of rip there in the center console where you're going to be putting your elbow. No real surprise there. leather steering wheel looks really good. It does have an aftermarket Pioneer LCD CD player here. It is fully functional. You can certainly hook it up to Sirius radio if you wanted to. It does have that capability. Four-wheel drive is fully functional. Air conditioning and heat work great, no problems with any of that. You can see the center console here, and the shifter looks good as well. All of the compartments inside do open and close exactly how they should. Some significant rip here in the rear seat. You could certainly have an upholstery place put that back together with relative ease. It probably costs $150 or so. So just want to make that clear. It's certainly able to be repaired if you want to. It is in the rear, so maybe not as much importance on that. But I do want to make it clear. As I mentioned, no rust in any of the door jambs anywhere. Carpeting in the back here has some residual stain to it, but you really can't tell. Everything's been detailed and is clean. So you can see the headliner looks great all the way through. No sagging or any of that stuff going on there. Now with that said, I just want to get you a quick look at the sunroof so you know that the sunroof is fully functional and has no problems. That opens up without any issues whatsoever, and will close also without any issues whatsoever. Okay, so check, the sunroof does work. All of the windows, locks, and mirrors are fully functional as well. No problems with all of that. I did test everything. And the dash area here, you can see 202,000 miles, as I mentioned. You can see no warning lights on the dashboard whatsoever. I drove this for about 400 miles over the course of probably a week or two, just testing everything out, making sure everything works just the way that it should. And it really runs and drives beautifully. As I mentioned, it does have a new engine. We have the documentation for that, as well as the paperwork for the transferable warranty that the engine comes with. So that's, as I mentioned, there's a ton of value in that, about $9,900 that I have the repair sheet for. So you'll be able to see that item by item, as well as on the Carfax report does show the 38 service records, which are separate from that recent repair of the new engine. So I'll get you a good look here at everything that I can. As I mentioned, I drove it really for quite a long time. The transmission shifts perfectly smooth throughout all of the gears. The four-wheel drive works perfectly. And I do want to mention that the wheel alignment is perfectly straight, so there's no pull in the wheel from one side to another when you're driving. If you just let go of the wheel, the car goes perfectly straight, so it doesn't want to pull to one side or another. The alignment's good. The motor obviously is new, so I did take it on the highway as well, and it performs just as good on the highway as it does in the back roads. I think that's important to note in case you're thinking about buying this and driving it home. You certainly can do that. This is ready to be driven. It's been put through the ringer by us. We tried pretty much everything to see, you know, what would go wrong and what was wrong with the truck. With a lot of miles, sometimes you don't know, but it did have a new engine. But some other components, just wanted to check them out, and everything is really in top shape. Everything works great. Brakes feel really good. There's no hesitation, no vibration, no odd noises or sounds coming from the brakes. So I just want to make that clear that there's no issues whatsoever with that. So I don't see it having to do really any work to the truck. Look at some acceleration here. And you can see we're doing about 41 miles an hour. And the truck really just handles great, feels really solid. If you notice, the undercarriage is really in good shape. There's no surface rust on the frame. Whoever had it definitely kept it inside the garage so it doesn't get all that rust underneath. All the fluids are filled to proper levels inside. There's no leaks anywhere. Just a really solid vehicle for the year and mileage that's on it. I'll get you a good look here at the dash area once again. You see this on the screen here. I just want to make clear that it does not have the Sirius radio hooked up, obviously, so that notification keeps popping up on there. Back on the road here. Suspension feels great as well. I want to mention if you go over bumps or make wide turns, there's no odd noises or sounds coming from the shocks or struts. Everything sounds good. Everything feels really solid and smooth. Once again, this is a 2008 Hummer H3. It does have leather sunroof, heated seats, power everything, 4x4, all of which is functional. And I do encourage you to take a look at the Carfax report. It does have a lot of service records on there, as well as the documentation that I've put in the pictures of the new engine that was installed and all the components. Once again, it is a 2008 Hummer H3. Get you back looking at the dash here. About 45 miles an hour. To get you a good look at the brakes up here. Let's see, we're doing about 35 miles an hour, and just coming up to some traffic. You're going to hit the brakes for you. Brakes feel really good, very responsive, very safe. Once again, this is a 2008 Hummer H3, 202,000 miles with a new engine installed. Please do see the Carfax included in the listing, and the YouTube video is linked to the listing. Once again, 2008 Hummer H3 4x4.